Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Milton here to do another movie review. And this time I'm reviewing the highly anticipated movie, Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad was directed by writer and director David Ayer. He wrote movies such as Training Day and Street Kings, but he also directed Fury, and he also directed End of Watch. This movie is highly anticipated. It's the third official movie in the DC Cinematic Universe. And I saw this movie last night, and I have to say I had fun with it. I had a lot of fun with this movie. I felt that David Ayer is a hell of a director. Did I have some issues with this movie? Yes, this movie isn't perfect. There are some issues in this movie that I will be addressing. I'm not going to go into super spoilers. I might reveal some stuff, but I'm warning you now, if there's some spoilers in it, I'm sorry, I apologize. So let's talk about some of the story. So how the story goes, pretty much, Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis, works for the government. She realizes, okay, now that Superman is no longer with us, he's dead, aka spoiler alert, Superman has been killed in Batman v Superman, if you've seen that movie. She realizes, well, there's no Superman here. What if another Superman would show up, but isn't like the one we just had? Okay? So we need a team to come together to protect us from such threats. And she decides to form Task Force X, aka the Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad is made up of Deadshot, Margot or Harley Quinn, Slipknot, Killer Croc, Captain Boomerang, and El Diablo. Okay? And, you know, these characters are well known throughout the DC comic book lore. And when they come together, they're just some badasses that don't like to work well with each other. They all do their own thing. They're all selfish in their own way. But in this movie, David Ayer makes it work. I love the teamwork that he uses in this movie. He does a great job at, you know, really showing the element of teamwork. You know, and he talked about it when he made this film, how everyone had a good time making this film. Everyone had a great time connecting with one another and really getting into their characters. So a positive I really enjoyed about this movie, just the character development from some Deadshot, who's played by Will Smith. Deadshot's character development from beginning to end, great. I have no complaints about that. Margot Robbie, who plays Harley Quinn, her character development is great. I have no problems with that. Like, she did it. Just seeing how her backstory was formed of being Harlan Quinzel, the doctor who treated the Joker, to being Harley Quinn, Joker's girlfriend, to see how she really was in love with him and she wanted to have a life with him, you know, even though she was locked up. Also, I liked seeing Captain Boomerang. Captain Boomerang, played by Courtney, was interesting because Courtney gets a lot of shit as an actor. People said he's not very good. I know Christian Harloff kills him. Christian Harloff's from Collider, and he's also from Schmoes Know. He kills him all the time about Courtney. But he does always say Courtney is a really good actor when he's in a supporting role. And he does a good job being in a supporting role in this movie. And I think David Ayer gave him a lot of good material to work with. And his character played off for me. It was great. Another thing I like about this movie, Viola Davis, who is Amanda Waller, she does a great job just bringing that character to life. Like, Amanda Waller's a fucking asshole, and she plays it well. Rick Flag, who's played by Joel Kinnaman. Joel Kinnaman's a great upcoming actor. He does a really good job being that, you know, that ho-hum, like, all-American guy who's going to lead this team, and, you know, great job with that. Another thing I like about this film, the cameos from Batman and cameos from The Flash. Even though we saw them quick, I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. And my final positive has to just be just the fun and the jokes and the action in this movie. I had fun with this movie from beginning to end. Oh, and I also love the music, by the way. The music to this movie was great. I loved it. I thought David Ayer did a really good job incorporating music, in my opinion. The action was stunning. It was a lot of practical stuff for the most part. Probably some CGI mixed in here or there, but I liked it. So no movie's perfect. Movies have their issues. Before I get into that, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes is a great site that does a great job at aggregating the scores and really fleshing out a movie when it comes to, like, you know, how good it is for the most part. And, you know, let's not forget, people, Rotten Tomatoes is a site, you know, created by people who have opinions and feelings of their own. And these critics who go on these websites and critique these movies, you know, they have their own thoughts about movies. I don't think they have an agenda half the time. But they go and they give their opinions. And I don't know, this movie has a low score right now. I think it's at 29%. And people are up in arms about this. Fans want to, like, have a petition and shut the site down. And fans believe there's a conspiracy against DC movies. Stop it. Stop it. You know, look, I'm a fanboy just like you guys when it comes to like liking this shit. But at the same time, get the fuck over yourselves, people. There's no need to sit there and want to shut a site down because the critics don't like your movie. Come on, man. Fans, get over yourselves, yo. Go love the if you want to shut the critics the fuck up, go see the movie and let it make money. Okay? That's how you shut the critics the fuck up. Okay? Seriously. Go see the movie, spend your $8 to $10, $12 on this film, let it make a shitload of money, and they're gonna make another one. That's how you fucking shut the critics up. Don't go on a petition like you're gonna do some shit. Ain't gonna happen. Sorry, small rant, but I need to be said because fans can get out of line with this shit. But so anyways, no film's perfect. This film has some issues with its plot. Let's be real. Plot ain't the strongest. It got all a little twisty for me, probably like mid-second act. I was like, where are we going with this story? But you know what? It shifted a little bit, then it got off course, then it shifted a little bit, then it got back on course. And I was like, okay, that's getting annoying. But again, I got over it because I'm just a fan. I'm going to enjoy this movie for the most part. But plot had its issues. Some of the edits, which when I mean by edits, I mean like some of the scenes were cut short. And some scenes we didn't have in the movie. You go watch some of those trailers and go watch this movie. Some of the scenes are gone that should have been in the movie. Like there's one scene with the Joker has a grenade and he pulls out of his mouth. He's like, bye-bye, in the trailer. It's not in the movie. I was ready for that. I'm like, oh, I want to see that. There's some of the things that they cut out. I'm like, come on, man. And even Jared Leto said it in the interview. He's like, there's a lot of Joker deleted scenes. So I'm hoping we get an extended cut with him in it. That'd be great. Another issue I had was the villain. The Enchantress, played by Cara Delevingne. Cara, I know, is a model, and she's done, I want to say she did, is it Percival Wallflower? No. She did another movie that was, actually, she was good in, but she was not good in this movie. She was god-awful. Like, what, this whole thing she's doing with her hands, stupid. Her character was a throwaway. You didn't need her in it. Really, this movie could have been about the team trying to locate the Joker and trying to stop him. And that's my final negative. Not enough Joker in this movie. Joker, played by Jared Leto. I loved his character as Joker. I thought he did a great job playing the Joker. But they could have focused the movie on trying to get him. They could have combined this as a thriller mixed with like, you know, House of Terror mixed with like a horror film. If they would have put those three elements together, going after the Joker, that would have been sick. But that's just my opinion. More Joker should have been in this movie. The villain was a throwaway, in my opinion. I didn't like where the plot and was going. The edits and jump cuts were so-and-so. So I'm going to grade this movie as on point. I can't give it a full go see this mofo because it had a lot of issues when it comes to like towards like the third, probably the mid-second, third act. Some of the plot was the villain was This is on point. You know, I did like this film. Don't get me wrong, but I had a lot of issues with it. So there you have it, folks. My review of Suicide Squad. Have you seen Suicide Squad? Are you going to see Suicide Squad? It just came out last night. This is Friday. Please check the movie out. If you want people, if you are a fan of DC cinematic movies and just comic book movies in general, if you want to shut the critics up, go see the film. Spend your money, go see it, and shut them the fuck up. Okay? That's how you do it. So like I always say, comment, like, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I don't give a fuck. Comment, like, and subscribe. Peace.